like the music. It's not my club music, but it works. I love the introduction. So welcome everybody. As you're coming on, let us know you're here. Show us your flags. We're excited to meet with you and go clubbing today. Woo woo!
Okay, guys, listen, we got a good one for you today, and we're going to enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we're going to enjoy it, because there have been a lot of things that are happening since we started the book club, and especially incorporated into our academy. So we got a lot to share with you today, and we're just going to have a blast. So hang in there with us.
Okay, so I'm super excited. We just had a deal in our academy. We call it our deep dive. We had so many takeaways. So much energy in there, so many stories that are what's happening with wealth building. So as you are here today, if you're in the Millionaire Training Book Club, I just want to officially say you are a wealth builder. Can you say, I am a wealth builder? How about that?
I am a wealth builder. Okay. And listen, guys, there's a couple of things you want to get picked up on. First of all, the book club is a catalyst for all of us, because it gets people introduced to the Millionaire Training book, okay? And you guys know it's a free environment, and it's a generic environment. And what we've been finding out with this thing, it's just been, now we started this book club, and we've only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these book clubs so far, okay? And it's been pretty remarkable to see the response that people are getting out of this. And one of the things that happened to us on January 1st, it was very interesting because it was January 1st, and we said we weren't going to do a book club on Christmas Day, and we were going to do one on New Year's Day. And then Taylor said, listen, no, we need to do one on New Year's Day. And boy, I'm so happy that she went for that, because our special guest was John Fleming. Okay, and John Fleming, if you don't know who John Fleming is, I'm just going to tell you, he and I go back to over 50 years. We're in the same company together. You guys have heard me say that Jim Rohn and I joined the same company the same night at the same meeting. Well, a year later, John Fleming joined that company, and he went on to so much fame. I'm not going to get into it, but here's what I am going to do. I want you to know John Fleming the way that we know John Fleming. I want you to know John Fleming the way the book club knows of John Fleming, and the wealth builders know John Fleming. And we did, on January 1st, John Fleming came on, and with Taylor and I, we talked about what this year was going to look like and how important it was for everybody in network marketing to pay attention now. And so we recorded that, and we've got it up. It's in the book club. You can, if you didn't see it, you can come and watch it anytime you want to. But we also have it on a separate page called the 2021gigreport.com. 2021gigreport.com. You can go over there, and here's something I'm going to suggest to you. If you were there live, watch it again. If you watched it again, watch it another time, okay? If you haven't seen it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Anybody that's in network marketing, everybody that's in network marketing needs to see this right now, and not just watch it, but metabolize it. So anyway, I wanted to put that off to you here because it's just way too important, and you guys need this information.
I love it. I love it. So you guys are going to have, so I'm going to let Larry talk a minute, because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting all my guest speakers here. They're having some technical challenges. So you guys keep talking, but
so I get the privilege to talk.
Okay, but I do want to say this. I want to say this. I love all this, and I have to go back. I'm trying to find Ron. He actually put the picture of him in his book, in the book. I love that. I love that. But we're talking about today, what is the ingredient? What is one ingredient that turns your life around? What is one ingredient? Now, how many are there? If you're reading the book, drop the number and tell me how many ingredients it is, because if you're reading the book, you need to know, and you should know, drop the number. Okay,
and here's what Taylor's talking about, the one ingredient that turned your life around. I know what you guys are thinking, okay? Well, I got my goals straight, or I got this. That's generic stuff here, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about what's in the book. This is the book club day. What's in here? What are those? That I almost gave the number away, okay, of the day that turned your life around. This could be the day, because we've all had those moments in time that we could do stuff like this. But let's dig in. Are we ready to go?
We're ready to go. I mean, we're having some technical challenges, but we got one story going on here. So
before we get to that first story, let me jump in here with this, if you guys don't mind. The deep dives. Okay, let's just talk about what the book club is all about and what we do with it. The book club is a free environment that we invite anybody that wants to participate with us for us to come and share this very valuable information that can make an immediate impact. And you're going to see it. I don't know the stories Taylor's got lined up, but I'm telling you, every one I've ever heard for my 53 years, and it's still the same here right now. But what this is a catalyst for someone to get positioned and postured to take advantage of what's happened in the gig world today. Because most of you, I can't say that. As network marketers, we are no longer competing with the next network marketing company. Okay, there's only 6 million people in America in that space, the size of a ping pong ball. In America, the size of the basketball, 60 million people of gig workers, more so today than ever. And the gig workers are actively working right now in something, those 60 million people, to make $500 to $1,500 a month, a week, or a day. Right now, they're out there. And they're waiting for you to talk to them. And if you talk to them with what we talk about in Academy, the right audience, language, and behavior, it's remarkable about what takes place. And yesterday, our deep dive, what is that? That's the Academy, because that's the next thing you guys get involved in the book club, take advantage of everything that you can earn the free basis, but guide yourself into the Academy as fast as possible. And you're gonna hear some of these stories. Each month, we come on the second week of the month and do live interactive mentoring and coaching to everybody that's in our Academy. We call them the deep dives because Academy is a self-taught environment. But at the same time, it's a self-taught environment. We are the online uplines that we're working with so many different people and so many different companies and different models that they have out there. We're the online upline, and we come in once a month with live interactive information, mentoring, coaching on what's current this particular minute. And one of the biggest things that came out of this last deep dive, now we do it the second week of every month because the month's got to end. People got to close their month out. They got to get their month started. And we come in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with 2.5 hours of live interactivity stuff. Okay, real deal. And one of the biggest things that came out of this for me this last week here, the one we just finished, was a laser pointer. The laser pointer. And we'll get into that today, how you point with your laser, the use talk demo concept. And we're going to get into that.
So let's talk about, I'm going to give you the one word. I'm going to give you the one word of one ingredient. So I see some comments here and I love this. Jill, you nailed it. I think that I saw a couple of others that nailed it here whenever. So I know that you're in the book. I know you're reading the book and I know you're metabolizing the book. But the one ingredient that I want to talk about today is action. Action. And I want you to think about action. I want you to think about what you do on a daily basis. I want you to think about your activity. And so this is this right here, this phrase, write this phrase down. Belief determines behavior. So I want you to think about how strong you feel. What's your belief system? So this ties back into the mental projector, right? How you see things. But belief determines behavior. Your behavior. What are you thinking about your activity, your behavior, the things that you do every single day? Because listen, we can talk about posts and content, and we can talk about marketing, and we can talk about all of those things, which are brilliant and are great. But we have to remember, what is the thing that builds your business faster than anything? All of those things work, but what do you have to do every single day? What is the one thing that you can do inside your ingredients, inside of your daily method of operation that can change the complete trajectory of your business? And that's action. So this is a big word, but we're gonna dive into this and what this really means at the end of the day to you.
And I want to say this about the word action. And I like what Taylor's saying here, but I want to say this about action. We have been taught, not the industry, the profession has been taught, especially in the last dozen years, that action was a video, that action was a post, that action was a Facebook, something or another, all of that. That is not action. Action is actually interactivity with someone that you're talking to. Go to the book. Go to the book, the 10-penny concept that can be done in the midst of social media if you identify the right audience, language, and behavior to know how to talk to these people today. They are waiting for you. There's been millions and millions and millions of people displaced because of the pandemic. And we talk about, and very heavily here, how this moment in time on that gig report, 2021 gig report, we go into, this is not the first time that this kind of thing has happened in our space, and what happened if you identify it and move forward. And so I don't want to get too much into it. I want you guys to take the challenge on yourself, get involved in the book club, move yourself into the academy as fast as possible, and let's see what Taylor's got cooked up for us today.
So this is, yes, love the 10-penny concept. This is action. Guys, this is action. This is a great concept to evaluate or gauge what your activity level. So many times I think distributors get caught up in busy work, and I call it the get ready to get ready, right? And you look at your day and you're busy. You're busy all day long. But you're doing, and you think that you're doing stuff that builds your business, but whenever you look back on it, what the question that you have to determine, then the question that you have to ask yourself every single day is, how many people did I talk to about my product or service, and how many people did I share my opportunity with? That is the 10-penny method.
Not a post. That is an addition. Okay, not a something that you sent out, something that you actually talk to. And you know what's unfortunate? We've been taught by internet marketers to not talk to anybody, okay? I want you to come back to the book. There's a chapter in there called The Gold Mine Attitude. Can you think about having a gold mine? And that gold mine, we talked about where it was. And we talked about how it's 2 for 1. Every time you take out a one coin, 2 come back in its place. And so let's get this straight. You find a gold mine that every time you take out a coin, there's 2 comes in its place. And you got to get help to share with that gold mine, because the more you take out, it's going to come out the opening of the cave and everyone's going to know about it. Who are you going to talk to about that gold mine? Oh, I see. You're going to develop content. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to develop content. I'm going to put a post in this morning about what I had for breakfast. Okay. Give me a break. This is called network marketing. This is not called internet marketing, and it works like magic. So hang in there.
Okay. So if you need a post here, take a picture of what I have for breakfast. How about that? Okay. Just take a picture.
Here's my daily breakfast, Fiji water. Love it. I don't know who sells water out there. I hope your water's better than this, but I love Fiji. So building versus marketing. So I love the fact that you picked up on this, Billy. Thanks so much for sharing that, because it is, I will say, this is probably the biggest distraction that we have in our space today, right? Everybody's looking at, how do I build content? How do I make a post? How do I do a Facebook Live? Or you're scrolling around looking at other people's content. And then you go, then you start looking at what they're doing. And you thought, well, I wish I could do it like they do. I wish I could do my Facebook Lives like they do. I wish that I could make my content as pretty as they are. Guys, you got the wrong film in the projector, right? You got the wrong film in the projector. Because you've got to be looking at the people that you are going to change their life. We talked about this today, and I really encourage you guys to go look at the 2021 gig report with John Fleming. Please, please, please do yourself. It's free, right? It's free. And it is a great way for you to educate yourself and equip yourself with the right language. But I want to talk about this right here, because time is of the essence. We're in the middle of January. Can you even believe it? It's January 2021. And I love what Larry is talking about. A day is a week is a month is a quarter is a year. That's how fast time is moving. You can't let any grass grow under your feet right now. There are people hurting that need your product, that need your service, that need your opportunity. And we're talking about opportunity to make $500 to $1,000 a month would be life-changing. We have people right now that can't even pay their light bills. You need to understand what you have in your toolbox, what you have at your fingertips.
It's called action. It's called moving your lips.
Guys, guys, this is the 7th book club meeting that we've had. And since we got the book out, we've had November's deep dive, which is 3 days, December's deep dive, which is 3 days, and January's deep dive, which is 3 days. The difference, and we're talking globally here, with the different products, the different companies, the different compensation models, and the different ranks. Let's talk about that, because we're always thinking about ranking, basic, silver, gold, platinum concept. Every rank that we're dealing with and working with here in this model that we're doing here is having exceptional activity, exceptional growth, exceptional results. And it's called, they're taking it and they're doing it themselves, and then taking that experience, not that theory, to the marketplace, to their teams. And now their teams are picking it up. And so anyway, guys, we're getting a little crazy here, but hang with us.
I was like, I couldn't even believe, for those of you who are on the deep dive, did you not love like what you heard with, we had him on here last week, I think, Pricey.
Yeah,
I mean,
Pricey.
like he's already sponsored like 9 people already this month. 9 people. 9 people.
17 in the last almost 4 or 5 weeks. 17 personal. Okay. And he's on Kevin's team. And Kevin sent me a message last night that said he's got another Pisces that's doing better than that. And these are guys that were not good people, solid people, okay, committed people, but they weren't getting this involvement when he said, this is so much fun, simple, magical. Guess what's next? I can do this. And that's where you guys are. So hang in there.
I love what Ron said. He says, some people struggle in business because they're social vegans.
Avoid the meat. Good for you, Ron.
What a great phrase. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Ron. That is a great, write that down, guys. That is a great phrase. Okay, so I want to talk about this. I have a special guest, and I actually had 3, but we had a little bit of a technical challenges on there, but I will have them back. They've got some great shares to share with this community here, so I definitely want to talk about that. I do want to share, like, if you guys are, I don't know if you're inside of the group or if you are on our page. If you're on our page, punch that share button, because there's somebody out in your life that needs to hear this message today, right? They need to know the difference between busy work and action and income producing activity, right?
And also on the 2021 gig report, guys, can't emphasize it enough. You will understand everything that we're saying, but share that out. Especially, it doesn't matter if they're friends of yours that are in another company. Share this out and see what this future looks like and how these changes are happening in front of our eyes, because here's what has happened in our space since 2015. John Fleming says this in a gig report. I want to steal any of his thunder, man, because he does a lot better than I can say it. But we have declined since 2015 through to 2020 in annual sales for our space. While the gig economy is exponentially growing, our space is going down, and we're positive. We always talk about the positive of what we're doing, but you also got to be a realist. And if our space is declining, we don't know what the 2020 numbers are just yet, okay? But here's what we believe. When the people that collect this and they're talking to me, we believe we're still not back to 2015 numbers, okay? And it's because of audience, language, and behavior that has been misidentified. And that is talked about in the 2021 gig report and certainly talked about here in the Academy. So anyway, let's get rolling.
Okay, so I want to invite a really, really special guest up here. So he is, you Europeans, like you guys from across the pond, you guys are really picking up what we're putting down. I will tell you that, okay? They're not letting any grass grow under their feet with implementation and taking this information and metabolizing it, because it's true revelation how they're applying it into their business. So the guy I want to bring up, we started working with him back in 2016 with a focus group, and some of you would—
Was that 2016? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, 2016, 17 is like—
Probably 17, 18 maybe.
And so maybe 17. Okay, anyway, a couple of years ago. And so we was just getting going, just getting started. And I love this story because it really embodies everything that we talk about: fun, simple, magical, right? And so I invited him on today, and I want you guys to help me welcome up Christian Holman. Christian, how are you?
Yes, I'm great. I'm so excited to see you and all and everybody who's also already writing here in the chat. It feels like my heart is jumping out of my body.
And I just love your attitude, Christian, and you've been so willing to learn and go. And there's very few people, especially that have moved up the ranks the way you've been moved up since we've been talking with you and working with you and your team, that have embraced it and really taken full advantage of it early on, before we even had the academy up. So
yeah, your upline, I started working with Sebastian, and this started coming out. This was a concept, and I remember him connecting with me. We were on top of a mountain having a party in the Swiss Alps.
Yes, we were.
And he was like, okay, I want to build my business. I want to take it to the next level. And at that particular time, his business was doing about $10,000 in group volume a month. And we started working together with the focus group, and he grew exponentially. He literally, in a matter of 5 months, his business hit 100,000 points in 5 months working with a small focus group. And then I think that was about the time that you came on, and we started working with we added on to another focus group, Christian. So you want to talk about that a little bit and how we started working together and what happened with your business?
Yes. So I started in network marketing 2015 in February. And then I was like, okay, this can't be true. It's too good to be true. And then I thought, okay, I think in the latest time, I will be in 5 or 6 months, I will be the highest position in the highest rank of our company, and I will have like 10,000 people in 4, 5, or 6 months. But the truth is, it wasn't that the duplication didn't work. And 2 years later, so at the start of 2017, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I had a group with 99 people, so with 99 auto ships. And then I said, okay, now I really want to start. I will do everything what people tell me who are already there, where I want to be in the future. And a few months later, Sebastian called me and said, we have a big opportunity. We can work with Larry and Taylor. And for me, it was like, oh my God, this is also too good to be true, because I already study these successful people for more than 10 years. Like I'm reading the books of Napoleon Hill, Jim Rohn. And for me, there's nothing more important to learn from people who are such wise and know about how to be successful. And then we started, and the first one of the first things I learned was your presentation only has to be like 5 to 10 minutes. And I thought, oh my God, never. Our presentation needs maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. It won't work.
Just keep in mind, he's German.
So, it has to be perfect. We can't miss any information. Our new our interest, our prospect has to have all informations of our company, of our business. But then Larry and Taylor came and told us, no, for everything. Make it simple, then it will be successful. Use talk demo, find new customers and business partners, and something like, if the prospect has a question, don't answer. It's only tell your story. I don't know about that. All I know is, I lost a few kilo, or I have more energy and everything like that. And we Germans thought, no, You have to answer all the questions. It won't work. But then, yeah, we trusted, and of course, there's a success story like Sebastian, who really grew very fast. But more important, I think, when I implemented your concept was that I created leaders. Like the concept, Larry always say, never lift the weights of your team partners, only lift the weights for yourself, and be the role model and be the person who you want to have in your team. So the only solution to build your business and to have a big duplication is to do more, to look for new business partners, look for new customers, and of course, make some postings. But this is like add on. The only thing you have to do really is use Talk Demo, find new customers, new business partners, and be the team partner you want to have in your team.
Wow. Okay. So guys, talk about a student, right? I mean, like, I want you to think about the culture of what he just described, because really it's the highest form of networkers, meaning they feel like they have to know all of the information. They have to know all of the details. And I say this with all affection, because German, this is really a part of your whole culture, right? How you do that is a thing. And I love the fact that you took this and you embraced this concept and you started doing it and creating a movement inside of your company. And we'll call it the young generation, right? I think that's kind of the terminology that you use within your company. And especially because your age group is inundated with social media. So, talk about that for just a minute and how you keep that from interfering with your growth. Do you know what I'm saying?
Again, please.
Well, like how your team, because of your age, everybody your age is very into social media. Your age group. How do you keep your team, your people focused?
How do you keep social media from slowing you down?
Yes, good one. Yeah, that's the question.
So wait a minute. I have to look up one word. So I think social media. I read a book. It's Leading Simple, or Leading by Heart. There's a very good phrase: network marketing is not working with publicity. Network marketing is publicity.
Yes.
Network marketing is not working with publicity. Network marketing is publicity. So of course, social media won't do your job. Your job, is like use Talk Demo, find new customers, find new team partners or business partners. But you have to use social media for transparency. That because more and more people look you up on the internet. If they deal with you, if you show them a business opportunity, the first thing they do is they look you up. And so social media for me is just present, to be transparent, because that they don't think, okay, he's a showmaker. No, you can see everything, but not to recruit everybody by social media, only to see who I am.
Yes, to validate your story. To support
your story,
to support your message. That's all.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
That I can be authentic.
Yes.
And but not more. And I think this is the most important point here.
So I want you to share with us, because so whenever you came to us, you were would you use the word stuck? Maybe, you weren't growing and then you started growing, because I really want to recognize you for the rank that you just accomplished. I mean, we're talking about a big, you're talking about the top of the company. Like, you're right there. You are right there. And you just made this rank. Guys, like he's doing a $750,000, right? $750,000 in business.
In his actual pay line.
In his pay line. He went from 10,099 customers, right? Is that what you're and in that time frame, like that's how fast your business has grown and duplicated.
Yeah. Now we make 2.5 million turnover a year with the team, and we have 1,000 auto ships.
Okay.
Wow.
And here's what's interesting to me here about Christian's story, because I don't know how much of you picked up on it, but he talked about his job description. Okay, guess where that is? In the academy. That's in the book. Your job description. Your job description is not content. It is not posting. It is not all of that. That can be support, but it's not that. Your job description is to onboard new members and new customers daily, not get your team to do it. That's what we do. Network marketing. Let's get your team to do this. Let's get out there and get my team to do it. No, if you want to build your body and you want to become Mr. Olympia like Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay, from Austria, 6 or 7 times in a row, you've got to go to the gym. And that's what Christian was saying, lifting your own weights, because now then you're an inspiration to your team that maybe don't want to be Arnold, which is a 5%er. They're happy with, they'd love to get the 15%er, but boy, they're happy as they can be at 80%. 500 to 1,500 a month, 500 to 1,500 a week, or 500 to 1,500 a day by doing very, very simple things. So he talked about job description. He talked about lifting his own weights. He talked about simplicity versus complexity, okay? And he's talking about something that was completely outside of his own comfort zone, but his culture of his country.
Yeah.
And he was able to do this fun, simple, magical, guys. And here's the biggest point I want to point out to you. That was pre the book. That was before the academy.
Guys,
that was before the deep dive. That was before everything.
He just got his book. Do you have your book there? You just got. Did you?
Yes, I have it here, and with the original signature of Larry and Taylor, and one of our leaders, Carsten Ledoley.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Karsten's so cool.
So Karsten was his upline is his pictures and stuff are in the book. I want to share this with you guys because Karsten was one of the first distributors in your company whenever they started 26 years ago, whenever Larry was there.
Working in a factory, I believe.
He was a factory worker.
Yeah.
And he held the top rank, the very top rank, the very, very, very top rank for 20 plus years. He stayed in that position for 20 plus years. And now the growth has been it's been amazing.
He hasn't stopped growing.
He
hasn't stopped building. There's just been other people that have surpassed him because listen, our life circumstances change. And sometimes our desire fluctuates, our willingness fluctuate, life circumstance fluctuate. And we think that we get to the top rank, the double platinum, quadruple space, whatever it is that you call you guys. Okay, you think when you get there, you're all there. No, that fluctuates. 80, 15, and 5 fluctuates. Okay, with income and with activity and desire and willingness. And it's okay for it to fluctuate.
So the one of the things that you shared, you were talking about, that you've been in the academy, you've been hanging out with us and doing things. So if you were to share share words of wisdom, because how old are you, Christian? You're what, 24?
26.
26.
Guys, baby. You're such a baby.
Guys, look what is possible. Look what's 26 years old. I mean, can you imagine? I wish I would have known this stuff whenever I was 26 years old. My goodness.
I did know it at 26. I did.
So I mean, I really appreciate you taking time to be here and share with everybody, Christian. So I want to go back to just last year, and so we were actually in Austria, and so this is kind of an interesting story because whenever they have their saunas, right? You know, European saunas, it's interesting. So I'll just leave it at that. And so anyway, we met Christian and he said, you know, because when you're in there, you're like, you're in your robe and whatever, and you're just kind of doing whatever you're going to do. And he was like, hey guys. And so we ended up having a really great conversation in the sauna, hanging out by the pool. You want to talk about that a little bit? Because I really, that's whenever the real nuggets take place, is in those kind of intimate settings.
And that's kind of like what the book club is about in the Academy, guys, what he's going to describe to you.
Yes, so I checked in the hotel in Austria in 2019 it was. Yeah.
Yes.
And September 2019. And then, I wanted to go in the sauna, but nobody wanted to join. So I was alone. And then I heard someone joining, but I didn't know who will be there. And then I saw you both. Then we talked, and I thought, oh, can I really go to them here in this private area? But I have to. I need, because otherwise I couldn't sleep. And then we talked about like 10 or 15 minutes. I story, but you remembered me because of Carsten and all what happened before. And then I went outside and told some people there that I met you. And I think 1 minute later, you also joined in the whirlpool. And then we sat together like 1 hour. And for me, it was like I'm in paradise. In the sky, or it was really crazy. And of course, there were some more golden nuggets. I learned again, like the Lamborghini bikini, or so that was really interesting. From to the point to social media.
Yes.
Because the most people think it has to be the Lamborghini or the biggest goals, but this is not true. Yeah, more than 80% are very, very, very happy when they have more than 500 euro more or $500 more. And then I thought much about incubator. Do you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is really interesting, because the most people, when they joined, they can't imagine that it can be so big and that it will be true. But this incubator concept showed me a lot, that I make that I put the people in the groups in my team, and I show them our events. Now everything is online, but then when they are in this incubator, more people using the products, who are having results with the business also, then they can imagine more, and some of them can think that, okay, maybe in future I also can make 1,000 euro a month, or 1,000 euro maybe a week, and so on. And think about that concept, this incubator concept. You don't have to motivate anybody, because you just have to add all your people in the group, and everything is going for itself, and you can concentrate on your own action, because there's nothing more to do.
Amen. Oh my goodness, guys.
Wow. Look at this. Oh God. Now guys, this is a great student right here. This was one conversation. I want you to think about what he just said. Christian, this is brilliant, because we sat with him for 1 hour and we had one conversation, and the nuggets that he picked up. And here's the thing. This is whenever you can take something and take information, make it revelation, and incorporate it into your business, which is exactly what you did, because you can tell by your conversation how you've metabolized it and implemented it. Understanding, if you don't understand the Lamborghini bikini concept, we were actually saying, because of,
they can get it in the book club. Okay?
I know, but I mean, I'm sharing this because it was such a thing, because because the younger people, they thought that that's all they wanted to do, and that was what they spotlighted. And so changing that language and changing that concept has made a huge difference in how many people, more people you attracted, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Can you repeat the last sentence because the internet connection wasn't good?
I said by implementing just those few key things, how you attracted more people into your incubator.
Yes, of course. And by implementing this few things, this is the most important thing, because it has to be only a few, because if it's too complicated, there's the duplication couldn't work.
Yes.
Very,
Yes.
very, very good. And listen, you've used the word a couple of times here already about duplication. Our space was built off of duplication, okay? What's happened in the last 5, 6, 7 years, there's been no duplication in the network marketing space as a whole, okay? There's been addition. Now, what do I mean by addition? Because of social media, we've learned how to get one, and that's about it. Duplication is when you get one to get another one that gets out there on their own. But what the Academy has done, now that we've got all of this in the book, now that we've got the book club, now that we have the Academy, we're not talking about addition or duplication. What's happening is multiplication is what's going on. That's why this stuff is moving up as multiplication. So anyway, thank you so much, Christian. We're so proud of you, because if every one of you watching this, he didn't hesitate. Okay, Taylor made a statement yesterday, because on our deep dive, when we had and we had her call.
It was Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra. She went and told her story, and Taylor made a point afterwards. She didn't hesitate. She didn't have a script. She didn't have to think about it. She owns that stuff. Christian owns Lamborghini Bikini Conversation. He owns Incubator. He owns Fun, Simple, Magical. He owns Use Talk Demo. He owns I Don't Know About That. He owns it. He just didn't read it. Okay, many of you in the book club, oh, I've read that before. Yeah, what else is new? Okay, well, try that with a marriage. Okay, I did that once. Now, what else is new? Okay.
So I'm just we really are super proud of you. I really do appreciate you taking out time to come and share with everybody in the book club, because here's the thing, guys, like, this is such a great picture of, if he can do it, you can do it too, right?
Regardless of your company, products, or compensation model, it's happening around the globe in every situation right this minute. Time right now, because of what's happening in the gig world, and a lot of you don't even know what I'm talking about. You need to find out. Okay, a day is a week is a month is a quarter is a year. You cannot wait for another day to go by because it's a week. A week is get involved, get going. We want to guide you to the Academy so that these nuggets, he had them metabolized long distance without the book, without the book club, without the Academy. Think what you guys got at your hands.
So any last words of wisdom you would like to share, Christian?
I think, network marketing is such a big chance. I think all people who are already on this call already know about that. We have that big chance. And Larry, you already talked about the gold mine attitude, and that's it. If you realize every day again that we have a chance, it's like fantastic. It couldn't be better. Network marketing, and of course now and this time with the crisis all around the world, it's so good. And if you don't give every day your best, you didn't understand what network marketing really is about, because here you have to do your best every day, give chances to other people, focus on the simplicity, use talk demo, find new customers, find new team partners, be the role model, and always on the way know about 2 out of 10, because then much more relaxed, because there will be in your team 2 out of 10 in presentation. They only 2 out of 10 will stay in network marketing, and only 2 out of them will grow. And then you are much more relaxed, and you only can concentrate on your job, what really is to do. And yeah, that's it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's such an honor to speak for you now. And yeah, thank you.
Oh, listen, Christian,
Wow,
thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope you guys got some amazing nuggets.
Listen, when the next book comes out, I promise you, your picture is going to be right there. These guys, this picture didn't get there because they were friends. They got it because they did exactly what you did, what you're doing. They did, but they did it without the book, without the academy, without the book club. They did it. Guys, hang on to your international business. It's going to grow, and so is your local. So, Christian, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Give him applause. Give him an applause here. Woo, 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 woo. Okay.
Okay.
We've got one more, it looks like, here.
We do. We've got one more backstage here. So thank you, Christian. I'm going to pull you back, and I'm going to pull Deidre on. You made it. Welcome.
Oh my God. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can.
This took me so long to get on. I'm working off my phone. I'm not great with technology. I had to get my son in, but I had to get Seamus to help me.
I'm so glad that you made the effort to be here. I really, really do appreciate it. Put you on the spot here. Wanted you to come on and share a little bit because you know, you started working with us. I really want you to talk from your heart. I have really not. I think I know what you're going to say based on what you said before, but I'm going to just let you run.
Okay. Well, bear with me 1 second. Just people messaging me there. So finally, I'm here. It's the longest time I've spent ever trying to get into a club, by the way. So I've been clubbing outside for ages. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm very honored to be invited by yourself, Larry and Taylor, to be a guest. My name is Deirdre. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a widow, and I'm a grandmother to 2. So my grandson is 13 and 8. So I'll just take it back a little bit before we start on, you know, what we came here tonight for is club about the book and wherever else we're talking about. But I'll just take it back a little bit and share a bit of my story and a little bit of background about myself. So taking you back to probably last year, you know, I was widowed when I was very young. So I did play a mother and father role for a long, long, long time of my life, because my son was only 10 months when my husband passed away. So that hit home very, very hard. I was a widow when I was only 29. So, you know, I had to play both roles there. Anyway, I got up and got on with it. Isn't that what you just do? You have to do it. So I always worked. I worked hard. I was a hard grafter. I hustled all the time. I was a waitress for many years in the corporate events. And I was a hairdresser. That's my background. I teach hair extensions. Due to an accident going back 2 years ago, I came out of work. A very bad accident. I came out of work. I lost everything. Everything fell at my feet. I lost my income. I lost my pride. I lost my dignity. I lost everything that I had. The home is only one paycheck of being taken away from me. And to me, that was hard. It hit home for me. So, you know, kind of getting a little bit emotional talking about this, but this is where it brought me today. You know, it's feel very humble to be here, by the way. So, anyway, sorry about that.
Okay.
It's when you get to share the story, and you sit here in front of people like yourselves, and just so many other like-minded people. And I hope you know, I reach out to somebody here today and go, you know, I get you, you know. But finally, last year, I had my enough is enough moment. I had to find a way to make a wage. I put on that much weight from the medication I was on. I wasn't in a good place at all. I was really, really bad, in a dark place. Anyway, moving forward, I decided I needed to change, you know, and it brings me back, you know, for things to change, I had to change. For things to get better, I had to get better. And that brings me back to, you know, I'm only starting here with the book. I'm not starting, you know, chapter, you know, the one variable is you. And that's where that hit home, Larry, you know, for me. It really, really honestly did, because that chapter gave me goosebumps. And I was saying, that is me in that part. Page 15 to 34, to be precise. I have it marked. But I knew I couldn't continue the rest of my life. You know, what you don't repair, you'll repeat. Isn't that what they say? You know, so I couldn't repeat what I kept going on doing all the time. So I knew something had to change. I had to find two things. And a very good friend of mine, Anita, my upline, she shared that she never gave up on me. She shared two things with me. She shared the product and she shared the opportunity. And by God, was that the best two yeses I've ever said in my entire life. For the product, the way it made me feel, from the inside out, it changed me mentally. My mind, body, and soul changed. The opportunity, let's just talk about the opportunity. The opportunity that gave me, it gave me a whole new lease of life. Everybody that knows me knows I'm very bubbly, I'm outgoing, but I lost that. And I think we spoke about that briefly before. But being introduced, I'm not going to hold it there, you know, being introduced to, you know, the academy with yourselves, with Larry and Taylor, the academy, the Millionaire training, that has taught me so much how to apply myself. You know, it's just, it really has. I've been lost for so long. So like all like the foundations are always strong here, and it goes across the board with everything, foundations, but it's the fundamentals. You know, I'm looking at the 3 Ps, you know, the 3 Ps, how language, audience, and behavior, how I even talk to people now. I created so many speed bumps in the road for myself when I only started in the business. I'm not that far in the business along. I'm probably about 8 months in the business, but it's the person it's made me into today. It's that person. You have to have that drive in you. If you're no good inside, I was always worried about the external, Taylor, what I look like on the outside. You know, I love all this, the glam, and who doesn't? But it's about the eternal. It's about inside, your income, your impact, all of those things. And that's what I always wanted to do. I wanted to make a wage for sure, but I also wanted to leave an impact. And an impact on people. I knew I could share what I had. And all the lessons, that's it. That's a briefcase of tools that we have here. And like, everybody needs to know that. If I was given the lottery numbers now, years ago, I'd have said, give me the numbers, I'll take them. I would rather take this, the knowledge, what I've learned from the academy and this book. This is TV gold, you know, and you know that already, but nobody's understanding how much value that comes with this. How much value. My boys are going around the house. They know Larry and Taylor. The 6 pillars on in the kitchen today. I have a dog. The dog is going around. What's going on? This is crazy. Oh, I'm listening to it constantly. This is something that's become part of my life. And it's about the people that we're talking to now, you know, and I created so many speed bumps, as I said, in the road for myself when I started first. I was too much in my head. I needed to come out, put it on paper. I needed to say, you know, I need to stop this. Keep it fun, simple, magical, you know, and they're the things that I loved. I love about it. Now I don't think about it. When I message a person, I had a fantastic call from a lady yesterday, a potential that I only met. She messaged me from Cork in Ireland here, you know, and I was the first person that she spoke to in over a week. To have that, but leaving that with her, let her make up her own mind, you know, let her make up, you know, her own natural logical conclusion. She needed to come to that herself. It wasn't about that anymore. It was just about making her feel good about herself. And to have that person to talk to, that's so important. I was one of those 80%ers at the start, and I still am in that bracket. Do I care? No, because I know I'm not going to stay there, because the growth from this alone is just, I've changed as a person totally. It's just completely changed me, but I'm so happy to be part of it. And thanks for giving me the opportunity. And I have a great, Mary and James is fantastic, by the way, and my upline and our team. So it's all about, you know, it's about sharing the love and sharing the journey, sharing the opportunity, sharing the product. And that's what we're here to do.
I love. So everybody's over here. I don't, whether you're on your team or not on your team, but everybody's over here cheering for you, loving the story.
Let me share some nuggets with you guys that I got out of these two stories, not the last two stories, the two stories. Different age group, both of them different age group, different genders, different countries, different companies, different products, different compensation models, different upline environment, downline environment, and it's working for both of them identically. That's what this is all about. And when you tie that to the 2021 gig report and then get into that academy, the stories that you're hearing are your stories very, very, very quickly.
I mean, like,
I think, sorry for cutting across you. It took me a long time, and I spoke to you about this before, Larry and Taylor. You know, once I metabolized what was going on, you know, and I got the concept of all of this, you know, then I start implementing it, you know, then I start, you know, putting it into practice. That's what I had to do. But it took me a long time before that penny dropped. Because no matter where you pick up this book, I have loads of different things in here. This is like when you go to a hotel, you know, you find the Bible in the drawer, you go to the drawer, but this is beside my bed. I go to bed and the kids come in. I hear Larry in my ears lying in the bed. Now, excuse me, Taylor, but he puts me asleep at night. The kids walk into the room and they just take them out because that's what it's all about. But when you pick up the book, you can go to any page because why? Because every single time from the academy, get into the academy, then you go to the book club. All of these things are the same things being repeated. It's like when you feed a child in the corner, the same things they're going to remember. Our brains are like sponges and we're absorbing everything you are telling us now. So and I wouldn't be the brightest spark. I left school very young. I had no education, but I was a grafter and I knew how to make money. But I tell you one thing, this is the best thing that has ever happened. And that's what I think.
Thank you.
Wow.
That means so much to me.
Wow.
It means so much.
And that's coming from the heart, really from the heart. Because you can see, you know, when you get to tell your story, you know, I might be sitting here and going through everything, but you know what, I have, here, come here. Look at the notes I wrote down. I would write till the cows come home and I'd write the notes. They're the same notes. So I knew when I start talking, it would be fine. You know, everything would be good. There's a lot more to say, you know. Wow.
Wow. I mean, you blew me away, honestly. Yeah. I mean, first of all, just the story, the background, and your belief, because this really does go to the message, belief determines behavior. You know what I mean? And there were so many people that you inspired just today, not counting all the ones that you are on your launching pad to change. And I love your passion and how you feel, because what you're feeling right now is going to change your life because you see yourself different. You are different. And it's going to be, I can't even wait to see what's going to take place in the next 90 days.
Yes.
I mean, like, guys, let's mark this day in the sand and let's touch base back with Deirdre in 90 days. And let's
touch back base with you in 3 weeks, and we're going to see a difference because and Christian said something, and it's something that's always, it's the same message over and over again. And why is it so powerful? Because it is like the Bible from this respect. You read a passage in the Bible, okay, and you get something out of it. You can read that same passage 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years from today, and get something different because you're different. Your life circumstances are different. Everything that's going on with you is different. This stuff meets you where you are. This industry got built based on this stuff, and that was before the book club and the book and the academy. Guys, before gig. And you got to understand that, and the enormous thing is in front of you is gig economy with these fundamentals. So anyway, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, Deidre. That was so touching for me.
Thank you. So if you want to give any last words of wisdom to before we take off here.
Words of wisdom. Well, my belief and passion is I just want to help as many people. I want to share the product, and I want to share that opportunity. That opportunity it's common sense.
Wow.
It's common sense. You know, that's it. I don't need to say anymore. It is common sense. And the sooner the better. You know, everybody just wakes up, you know, especially at this moment in time. But that's all I have to say. And thank you so much for having me, and everybody that's supporting me. I know you are out there. I can't see anything.
Okay. So, and I will tell, like, there's so many people. The feed is blowing up. Like, with Christian and now you. I mean, one of Sharon is saying, "Wow, Deidre, I knew you would be amazing, but that was on a different level." Kiss, kiss.
Is that what X's mean?
That's what X's mean. Kiss, kiss. So, you know, please do yourself a favor and go in here and all the people that gave you love and cheered you on, because you've got a lot of people that love, you know, your message. You and Christian both, like, you guys knocked it out of the park today. Love it. Thank you. And thank you so much for the effort of all those speed bumps to get on here, but it was worth it. It was well worth it.
Well worth it.
It was well worth it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to pull you back here. Okay, guys. Wow. I mean, wow. I don't know that we could have written this. That's crazy. Like what we just saw, anyway, I'm blown away.
This would be something if it was a one-off. This is not a one-off. This is happening every single Friday at the book clubs. Okay, this is happening on our deep dives. This is happening. And I can't encourage you guys enough. I would push you. I'd slap you around and take a whip to tell you to get in and get moving, because a day is a week is a month is a quarter's a year. You cannot wait on this stuff and get going.
So this is the deal. If this is your first time on, and this is your first time to be in a book club, this is what this is. This is your way to get somebody to raise their hand and invite them to be a part of the book club. They can go to the Millionaire training. They go to the site right there. They get their free chapter of how to employ yourself.
Cool.
If they're going to be in business for themselves, they need to know how to employ themselves. Invite them to be a part of the book club. We do this every Friday. We go clubbing with Larry and Taylor every Friday. We bring stories. We share input. We take nuggets from the book. And, you know, then the next step is, you've heard people mention the academy. We just talked about the deep dive. What the academy is, we've made it is an annual tuition that we do. It's $480 a year, but we've got a special right now. We've made it really simple for you to come in. $99 a down, $40 a month. You can be a part of what we're doing here. But, you know, if you just want to hang out with us at the book club, God bless it. Let's do it. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you got some value. I hope you got lots of notes. And share this with somebody you love. Share this with somebody on your team. Invite them to come clubbing with us next Friday. So, guys, Deirdre, Christian, you guys stay backstage. We're going to say bye to everybody here. So this is Larry and Taylor.
Okay, the little L, the big T.
We're here to help you grow you.
To grow your team.
Grow your check.
To grow your company.